excited to introduce to you, and I kind of made up their name. They really didn't have an official name yet, so I made up a name for them. The Sewanee Spring Break Outreach Cohort. I made it up. And this is one of their fearless leaders, and they're here to talk to you a little bit about, they are our first official group staying across the street at Common Ground. And they're our first, and they want to develop a relationship with the town of Selma. And so I thought it would be great, since the theme is finding common ground, to have this group talk about their experience here and what they're planning on doing here. And I'd like to introduce, I'm calling you their fearless leader, Lauren Goodpaster, who will start us off.
Thank you. I don't know if I'm fearless or a leader, so we shall see. And I'm not good at technology, so we shall really see. Okay, I'm gonna try. I talk fast, so I'm just warning you. So yes, we are outreach. We're in reach. We're let's reach like this and pull in and reach out all together. I really quickly just want to give you a little bit about why we do this. So I'm with the Office of Civic Engagement at the university, and we have a vision as an office. We envision a world in which active citizens work collaboratively to understand social problems and promote positive social change. So this is what we do. We do it locally, we do it all over the world. Our mission is to develop leaders, our students, and each other for social change by engaging us all in the work together. So Sewanee, many of you all have heard of Sewanee. We didn't, as of a few years ago, we didn't have any values that we talked about. We had values, but we didn't have any written down core values. So through a lot of hard work, we came up with values as an institution: inquiry, courage, flourishing, and community. And as an office, we're trying to tie our vision and our mission to these values. I'm not going to read them all, but everything we do, we try to tie to these 4 values. What I want to share with you is the work that I do with these outreach trips. So we have students all over, and I have goals when we send students out and when my colleagues join us and we go out. And it's important for me to make sure that the work we're doing as a part of these outreach trips is tied to one of our core values. So the goals of our outreach trips are to create sustainable, collaborative partnerships with mutually beneficial outcomes. Community. To design immersive, place-based learning that allows us all to step out of our comfort zones and live into new experiences. So courage. To challenge one's own perspectives, ways of thinking and being, and experiences. Courage again. To foster personal growth and continued development of meaning and purpose, so flourishing. And finally, to increase awareness and knowledge of the communities in which we've been invited, so inquiry. And so if our students and my colleagues aren't getting this, then I'm not doing a good job with our work with the outreach trips. So that's what we're doing. This is just a list of some of the places that we've been, that we're going to now. So again, we've got locally in the Appalachia region, New Orleans, of course Selma, and then we branch out from there. We're going to keep growing. So why Selma? Well, Selma has a lot of history that we could gain from. I think there's also a lot of opportunities for students to partner in a variety of disciplines. We've got students here who are going to talk in a minute, who they'll share with you what they're studying. And I think you all have so much to offer with a wide variety. I think there's some similarities between Selma and the University of the South. Not exactly the same, but parallel histories that require acknowledgement and recognition of the past, some reconciliation, and hope for how we move forward together. And so I think the work that we do both at home and here, and the work that you all do and the work that we'll do together, will really benefit one another. I want to be more intentional about our outreach trips in the South because of our university's history. And so we're looking to have more partnerships. And why would we not want to be here with y'all? So that is a really, really fast kind of blurb who we are as an institution, as an office, and what our goals are as we partner with you all and with all of the community, some of those that you saw on the list. I'm going to invite, where is Richard Allen? I think many of you all know Richard Allen Waters, who, yes, he is a junior at Sewanee, and of course, this is his community, his home, and he is going to help transition us into allowing you all to get to know our students a little better.
Good afternoon, y'all. So we're going to talk about right now, and everyone else is going to come up while we're here and what each of us bring to this community. So I always like to talk about Selma's my home. We always talk about in our outreach meetings, I like to bring up that Selma and Sewanee are sisters that have never met each other. So I think through this partnership, we have a lot of growth that we can do together that our communities can mutually benefit from. And at this time, I would like to invite all the rest of our outreach group up so we can kind of go over who we are. We'll start with my fearless student leader partner, Delana Turner.
Good afternoon. My name is Delana Turner, and I'm a junior at Sewanee, along with Richard Allen. I'm studying American Studies with a minor in politics. I'm in my 3rd year, and I'm originally from Maryland. So when I got accepted to Sewanee, it was during the time of COVID, and I was trying to figure out, I was taking classes online, and I was trying to figure out the best way to connect myself with Sewanee without physically being there. And an opportunity came up where I could start working with Sewanee's Black community, that we're also trying to do work with reconciling some of Sewanee's past with slavery and racism. So fast forward to now, I came in as an intended biology major, but that completely switched when I started working with history. And so now my focus is history, but in order to understand the United States history with civil rights, I needed to understand what went on in Selma. So that's why I'm here. And my hopes for the future, I'm here because I wanted to help lay the foundation for students in the future to be able to come and help develop this partnership. So that's it. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Jenkins Darby. I'm a sophomore at Sewanee studying computer science, biology, and music. Yeah. Too much. But originally, I'm from West Africa, Liberia. Moved to Maryland, Maryland, Montgomery County, Maryland, and now I'm Sewanee. I think 3 of us here. We part of the same scholarship that came to Sewanee. Great programs, just enabling students to be the best they can, and that's one of the reasons I joined this program. Is just to learn about history, to learn about where I came from, things that have happened, and how we can better ourselves and grow as a person. And coming to this spiritual trip, I just wanted to listen. That was the main goal. Come here, just listen to see everything I can get from people that have lived through stuff, people that have been through things that it's just like a great experience hearing from everybody, hearing every story you can. So, hopes is to build relationships. I think Larry have said that. That's one thing we all want to do. Relationships will go along with make a connection with somebody here. I don't know where I might meet you guys again, or where I might see somebody here. It's just I can recognize that I met this person, and just be like a great connection. I can talk to that person. But yeah, that's a little about me.
Hi everyone, my name is Daphne. I'm a freshman at Sewanee as well, and I'm currently thinking of majoring in English and double minoring in politics and Spanish. I'm here at Selma just because, like Jenkins, I also grew up in West Africa, and I moved to Maryland in 2016. And so outside of Maryland and Tennessee, I really haven't seen much of the U.S. And I thought that coming here to Selma would be a great way to definitely broaden my perspective about what the U.S. has to offer, as well as obviously the history, and just meeting new people. And I think a lot of that, I've met a lot of those goals for myself being here at Selma. And I guess something that I think that we bring with us is our curiosity and lack of judgment. I think it's easy to go to small towns and go to places with definitely hard pasts and cast judgment on the people that live there. But you know, ever since coming here to Selma, we've been doing our best to be as accepting and as understanding as possible. And I guess as far as like what we need from Selma and what we need from this new relationship is with you being very honest and critical, if needed, about what we need to do better and how we need to contribute to the society and to the community here at Selma. And so definitely hoping that this partnership extends beyond this year and for many, many more years to come. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Oishik. I'm from Bangladesh and I'm a freshman at Sewanee. I'm majoring in computer science and philosophy. I've been in the US for less than a year, and Selma is the only other place apart from Sewanee I've been in the US. So when I didn't know anything about the history of the US, and when Lauren heard about this, she said that if you want to learn about the history, then Selma is the perfect place to start. So I came here, and I can say that I know a lot about the history of the US now, the bad and also the good. And I know Selma, its past and also the present Selma, and I'm loving Selma. Yeah, it's been only 5 days here. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Natisha Redmond. I'm originally from Chattanooga, Tennessee, and I am an alum of the University of the South, and I've just returned back as a staff member. I work as a student success and career readiness coach at the university, helping our students learn how to be successful in class, but also thinking about their future lives and where they want to go and who they want to be later on in life. And so for me, as a student, I was the student who also participated in service kind of experiences. I went to Honduras, and I really enjoyed the time of going into new communities, meeting new people, and then thinking about how can I serve. Like for me, service is huge. Service is how I share a piece of my heart with other people. And so as I look at Selma and building a relationship, the thing that comes to mind is what are the needs and how can we serve you all? And how can we build a partnership where it's mutually giving on both sides. I want to be able to build a foundation for our students to come year after year, to be able to bless this community and to grow because of the relationships that are built here. So thank you for welcoming us.
I'm Wallace Benton, and I grew up in Atlanta, but I have been, I'm going to do that for you. I grew up as a cradle Episcopalian, and so I came to Sewanee as the lay chaplain, and I've been there for about a year and a half. And I think from the front end, why that is important to lead off with, but then also how that kind of combines with my hopes and dreams for this relationship is that I believe that it's really important to hear stories. I believe that those are the best ways to figure out how to find meaning and how to create senses of belonging, which I think is one really important for 17 to 23-year-old young people, as much as it is for communities to understand who we are, and then where do we want to go? Why is that important? How do we then share that with other people? So that's, I think, the big thing. When I think about this partnership, this relationship, is imagining how Sewanee, one, is changing, but then two, how it can change better by working with other communities who have also followed similar journeys. And so I'm hoping that this partnership can grow and develop and assist both Sewanee and Selma to be the best, and be the best around, for those who remember that nice little tune. So thank you.
I would also like to say I'm so thankful for every single one of these people, and I've loved having them in our home. while this is the beginning of this partnership, it's definitely just the beginning. We're going to be here for a long time. Sewanee's here to stay. So.
Thank you. So next, we wanted to hear from you all. So we have some questions for you all that will help us move forward as an organization. And I'll read them out loud because I do realize that they're difficult to see for those in the back. So the first one is, what hopes do you have for your community? Second one, where do you see us, Sewanee, fitting in? The third one, what are potential hurdles that we might face in our relationship moving forward? And the fourth one, what are you most excited about when thinking about this new relationship? So the group is split up at different tables, and we're going to have like small table talks. But if you all had anything, because I don't think there's one person per table, if you all had anything that you wanted to say right now, then that's okay too. And you don't have to answer all, it can be one, it can be a few.
I've got a question for Richard Allen. Have you learned anything new about your hometown with this visit?
Absolutely. It's so interesting bringing people with outside perspectives, and then I've seen my hometown in a whole different light, and a better light, honestly.
How many days do we have to cover all of this?
Ooh, 15 minutes.
We were given a time limit, so, actually,
They're not at a table with a student, could they move to a table that has a student?
yeah, absolutely. So we'll split up, like I'll move. Yeah, yeah.
All right. And break.
Thank you.
Anybody have a question for first? Everything that happened, just try to move from past it. Because of that, there's no growth. Here is something. Everybody I've talked to, you know that this happened, and recognize that this happened. I'm trying to reconcile, make sure that everybody understands that this happened. We still want to be there. Make it right. So just that's